This is proof that football is not just a game. Back in 2007, Iraq was a country torn by war and violence. People in the country were divided by religion, ethnicity, and politics, and there was no hope for unity. But that year, something happened that nobody saw coming. The Iraqi national team were preparing for the AFC Asian Cup, and people didn't expect much from them. And their players even had to train outside the country because it was too dangerous back home in Iraq, and they didn't have enough resources. And some people doubted that they would make it through the group stage. This team was very talented, and they were also incredibly diverse. They were Sunnis, Shias, Kurds, and even Christians all playing together. This of course raised some questions of how the team's chemistry would be, since many players had different beliefs. They had differences, but once a ball got involved, these differences were set aside. They were from a country where people were fighting over their differences, and these players were showing what could happen if they worked together as one. Despite being the underdogs, they ended up topping their group, and in the quarterfinals they faced off Vietnam, beating them 2-0. And then in the semi-finals, they faced off South Korea, beating them 4-3 on penalty shootouts. After Iraq beating South Korea in the semi-finals, celebrations broke out all over the country of Iraq. Iraq had just made it into the finals, and after years of war, Iraqis finally have something to celebrate. But unfortunately, something sad happened. Bombs exploded in Iraq in the city of Baghdad, targeting fans who were celebrating the win. Dozens of people lost their lives, and the national team was heartbroken. Some players even wanted to quit, not playing the finals, and that was about to happen. So the underdog story of Iraq was about to end in the worst way. But what happened next was heartbroken and also beautiful. One of the mothers who lost her son in the bombing sent a message to the team. She urged them to play the finals and win, not for themselves, but for all of Iraq. Inspired by her words, the team decided to keep going. They had to face one of the best teams in Asia, Saudi Arabia. And the finals wasn't going to be a simple task. On the 29th of July 2007, the finals was set. The game was very intense, and it was stuck in a goalless draw. But in the 73rd minute, Yunus Mahmoud scored the only goal of the game. When the final whistle blew, Iraq had just done the impossible. They were the champions.